Alright guys, so I know you guys need a laugh. The pandemic is still going on. It's still crazy out there. But this is not clickbait. This is an actual question that was asked by a self-proclaimed astute film critic and game journalist. Why is Chun Li not in the new Mortal Kombat movie that's coming up? I would think the answer is obvious, but apparently this journalist didn't. A lot of questions as to what's going on with journalistic integrity and a bunch of other questions. Anyway, I'm Darkshot of the YouTube Assassin. Let's get into this. So, there's a website called Jezebel.com. If you're not familiar with it, it is a feminist-style website. They deal with everything from politics to books, history, videos, sheroes, female heroes, things like that. And an article was written about 2 days ago, Thursday at 4:20, and it was titled, "Who Forgot to Invite Chun Li to the Mortal Kombat?" Now, I'm not gonna really rag on this person. I don't know what their credentials are as far as video games go, and I really just do not want to crap on them, but I mean, this is absolutely hilarious. They begin their article really bugging out over the trailer. They thought that it's going to be amazing just based on the trailer. It's coming out on HBO Max as well, for those of you who have HBO Max. And they claim that the trailer itself is worth 2 Oscars. Which I kind of agree. It really is a really good trailer. It's actually got me excited to watch the movie ever since the first movie. Hopefully it's really, really good. But they're asking where Chun Li is. She goes on and she says, where in all the realms is Chun Li? Now, I mean, you could do a Google search and figure out the premise of both Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Maybe she was familiar with one. Maybe she hasn't seen these fighting games in like a hot minute. I don't know. But she goes on that if there's a battle for the fate of the earth, why don't they need the greatest warriors gathered, including Chun Li? And I don't understand it. She says that absence of Chun Li aside, the trailer is great. She says that, she's kind of upset with this. She's kind of upset. Now, it's 2 different IPs, obviously. 2 different style games. 2 different directions. How can you confuse that? I could see if it was like you were asking where Desmond Miles was in Watch Dogs, or why the assassins aren't in Far Cry. I could see something like that. Same kind of universe that they have, same company designing those kind of things. I could see where you make sort of a mistake like that. But now you're coming to say that you totally don't know why a character from one IP is not in the other IP. And we've all dreamed of crossover events. We have. Let's not lie. How many people have dreamt of a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat? We've seen DC versus Mortal Kombat. We've seen Capcom versus SNK. We've seen Capcom versus Marvel. So forth and so on. it's awesome to see IPs cross over, but you know what? Are you kidding me right now? Anyway, they updated the post and they said, Jezebel has discovered the answer to our question about Chun Li's erasure, and that it's that Chun Li is now part of the Mortal Kombat Megaverse. Wow. Now, that's kind of cool that, you know, they made the mistake, they updated the thing. I don't know if it's enough. A lot of people have been, like, seriously crapping on this person, dogpiling on them, dogpiling on Jezebel over the kind of ridiculous notion that Chun Li belonged in the Mortal Kombat movie. And their response now is that they were trolling. So I don't get why you would troll like that. That kind of, you know, is weird. You should at least put in the beginning of your article that it's satire, or somewhere that it's satire, that it's a parody, it's a joke. But this leaves us to believe that you literally believe that Chun Li belonged in the Mortal Kombat universe, that Chun Li belonged in that movie. Now people are, you know, also jumping on their side, certain people, especially feminists, saying that it's the toxic masculinity of the video game community, that this is what we do. Absolutely not. Video games are absolutely for everybody. We have females in video gaming. I personally don't call them gamer girls because they're gamers. I'm Hispanic. I'm not a Hispanic gamer or a Puerto Rican gamer. You know, I'm a gamer out of New York. And if you're talking internationally, I'm an American gamer. But, you know, there's really no boundaries when it comes to gamers. Even when we're talking about, like, games itself, unless it's exclusives, there really is no boundaries. We all play the same games. We all have the same fun. We could all have the same discussions when it comes to these games. I have a couple of ladies in my Discord who will talk all about a game and school anybody on it, depending on what the topic is, what the conversation is, what we're discussing. I mean, they're great. But I'm pretty sure even they would not make the mistake of two different characters from two different IPs being in the same, like, movie. I don't think they would do that. I don't think that many people would do that. And if you don't really know the games, because let's be honest, there are games that I don't play that my friends play. I'm not going to pretend I don't know what they're talking about, or that I do know what they're talking about. I'll flat out say, hey, listen, I don't play the game. I don't know. You know? Fighting games really aren't my thing. I'm more of like the open world kind of games or first-person shooters. But by no means would you talk about a game and I would jump up and say, oh yeah, I remember that game. I played that game, and try to, like, use context clues around your conversation and kind of answer, like, with the minimum effort. Like, you're telling me all about, let's say, Turok. I've never played that. Don't know the story. Don't know anything like that. You're sitting here telling me the story. You're telling me all kinds of things, and all of a sudden I'm going to say, oh yeah, you know, that's great. Yeah, I played that. I remember that. I really didn't get all the way to the end, or, you know, I haven't played it in a long time. I forgot all about it. You know, like, why would you do that? And here's a prime example of somebody who either didn't know the game, didn't know it existed, didn't know the storyline, or didn't know that they were two separate IPs. Like, it's just hilarious to me. I don't know. What do you guys think, though? Do you think that this actually was a joke? That they knew that Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter were two separate IPs? That the characters were two separate characters? That they had their own universes? Or do you think that they were very serious about this and had no idea what they were talking about? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe out there. I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't lie if you don't know what the premise of the game is or who the characters are or anything like that. Don't do that. This has been a PSA from Darkstrider.